Bipartisan plan would increase criminal penalties on what they call deepfake porn. Lawmakers say it's just too easy these days to make images of real people using AI. Elliston Berry discovered a classmate took her social media pictures, transformed them into explicit images that circulated around school. But her mom couldn't get Snapchat to remove the fake pictures.
It was very, very scary, and I had so much anxiety throughout school, and as well as just going through classes, and even just through the months leading up to moments like these, it was so scary.
You don't know where they're coming from, how many there are, how many different social media apps they're on. There's really nothing as a parent you can do.
The bipartisan bill introduced by Senator Ted Cruz and Minnesota's Amy Klobuchar would create a 2-year penalty for creating deepfake porn, 3 years if the content involves a minor. It would also penalize social media companies who don't quickly take images down. Cruz says the bill has Democrat and Republican support, and he expects it to pass without much opposition.